Hi everyone, this is Steve Segerson and I am the owner of Legacy Classic Homes. We are a custom builder in Dallas-Fort Worth who specialize in building true custom home projects on owners' properties. This is part of a video series I'm doing to help educate consumers and regular people out there who are interested in buying a custom home, building a custom home, and it doesn't really matter what part of the country you're in, so hopefully these videos will help. So what is cost per square foot? Cost per square foot is just math. It's actually the mathematical result of dividing the square footage of a home into the cost or the sales price. I say cost or sales price because as a builder, I may have estimated the actual cost to build a home, and I may be looking at what is the cost per square foot, the actual construction cost. As a consumer, you may be looking at the sales price that a builder has. Hey, they're asking $1 million for this house. When I divide 4,000 square feet into that, I get a number. But that's all it is. And as far as what square footage you divide into that number, that depends. The general rule of thumb is people are looking at the conditioned living footage. So hey, my home is 3,500 square foot living. That's the number you're dividing into the cost to see what that cost per square foot is. But sometimes you will use all under roof number. So for example, the way we pay some of our subcontractors or the way they charge us is total area. A framing contractor is going to charge us by the total area of the home. They don't care about just the living square footage. They have to frame the whole thing. So they have to include the garages and the patios and whatnot. But for the average person, consumer out there looking at, trying to use cost per square foot, you want to divide the conditioned living square footage into the price or the cost to build. Now, what are the cost variables that make cost per square foot move around? And what I mean by move around is, you could have two homes that on paper are the same size. Let's say we are building two 4,000 square foot conditioned living houses that have the same size garage, same bathroom count, same patio count, but we could have substantially different actual construction costs for each of those homes, which means the cost per square foot is going to be different for each. The main things that come into play are often lot preparation. We can build on a flat lot, maybe spend $15,000, $20,000. We have built homes on the side of a hill full of trees where we have spent $165,000 by the time the retaining walls are figured in, all the excavation, the tree removal. If you imagine the same home going on both lots, one is $135,000 more to build on. Then you've got floor plan design. Think about the most basic track home, boxy, low pitch roof. The geometry of it is fairly conservative, and that can apply to the finish out. Maybe it's got siding on it, maybe the interior finish out is pretty low end. You could have the same size home that's a fully custom home that is all cut up with super steep roof pitches, high interior ceilings, vault ceilings everywhere, high-end finish out. Obviously, those two homes are going to be completely different cost to build, but on paper, they're the same size. So when you divide that 4,000 square feet into each job, you're going to have substantially different cost per square foot. Those are the main variables that cause the cost per square foot to change, even though you may have two homes that are basically the same size. Can you use cost per square foot to shop builders or new construction? My opinion is not really. And the reason is there's so many apples to oranges going on. Maybe with the most basic lower end production builder, you've got one company across the street with a model, another company across the street from that. They're building basically the same type of homes. You can kind of look at the cost per square foot and maybe gauge that, but there again, there may be some apples and oranges going on. Maybe this Builder A is using nicer AC systems than Builder B, things like that. When it comes to custom builders, you really can't use it at all. You may be looking at two different builders that have completely different thoughts on what they're putting in the home. Again, floor plans, design can affect that, what it takes to build on any given lot. So for new construction, it's really just a guidepost to see what a job's going to cost based off what you want to build, but it's not great for shopping builders. So where can you use cost per square foot as a consumer, my opinion is really just in pre-owned homes, pre-existing homes, and not really new ones. Again, when I talk about new construction, we are talking about actual cost here. So if we are building a super fancy custom home that's 5,000 square feet on this lot over here that's on the side of a hill and takes all kinds of money to prep, we understand we have different costs than we do if we do it on a flat lot with a more simple plan. Which is why you can't use it for new construction. But for older homes, it starts to make some sense. The reason is, let's imagine a neighborhood where the homes are 20 years old. Well, at that point, the cost to actually build those homes is irrelevant. It costs so much more to build a home now that what those homes cost to build 20 years ago, they're worth a lot more than that now. So now we are looking at the actual values. You know, what are the appraised values? What are people willing to pay in that neighborhood for that home? You start to see more consistency there. You know, okay, this neighborhood's 20 years old. All the homes were built within a few years of each other. They're all running about $300 a square foot. That starts to help you look at sales prices and understand, okay, this person's asking a lot more for their home. Is there a reason for that? Maybe they have a swimming pool and a shop, or maybe they're just asking more. That helps you sort out values. And so I do think for older homes in certain neighborhoods, that does show you what's going on with, you know, what homes are valued at. That can also even show you the differences in valuation between a neighborhood over here and a neighborhood over there. Maybe both of these neighborhoods we're looking at are 20 years old, but this neighborhood were production volume builder homes, and this one was a custom neighborhood in a higher end part of town. The values are a lot higher in that neighborhood. You're going to pay more to buy an older home in that neighborhood. So to summarize this video, what do I think cost per square foot is good for? Not much on the new construction side. Really, it's looking at pre-owned homes, older pre-owned homes, where you're primarily looking at values now. For new construction, just know if you do make a call to a builder like I get every week, what's your cost per square foot, you're going to get an answer like I usually give, which is I can give you an average to start at, but until we know what you're building, it's not worth a lot. You know, we get your plan, see what it takes to build on your lot, then we can get a much better idea. Until then, it's just a shot in the dark. So, hope this video helps. Stay tuned for more.